Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon for this character sheet and a whole bunch more, and like and subscribe for more coffee next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Detective Pikachu, which will count as our Pikachu for the Smash Brothers roster. Partially because it lets me make a version of Pikachu that can communicate with a human party, but also because I like the idea of a mouse with all the powers of Zeus who wants to be a detective. Sounds like a weird character. I really won't have an excuse to make one like this again.
Come on.
Hey, bud, what are you doing?
I can't do it when people are watching.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to be an electric type with lightning damage out the wazoo. That's what your little red cheek circles are officially called. They're wazoos. Next, we need to be a world-class detective. I'm not totally sure what qualifies you as world-class. I think it's the hat. Finally, we need some extreme speed, basically running so fast that we're teleporting. For stats, we'll be using the standard pointer from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just make sure that your detective skills are sharp. Wisdom will be number 1. You're the one who handles the Pokemon and the one finding the clues. The kid is sort of just there. I don't know. He's kind of just there. Dexterity next. You're constantly caffeinated and have a base 90 speed. That's better than a lot of fully evolved Pokemon. Charisma after that. Everyone loves Pikachu. I'm in the camp that thinks he's a little bit overrated, but even I admit he should be very highly rated, just not as high as, Sirfetch'd, Escavalier, or Cubone. I guess my Pokemon have to have weapons. I don't know what that says about me. Follow that up with intelligence. You need a little bit of brain power to crack the case. Constitution is low. You're literally a mouse, and we'll dump strength because you're literally a mouse. Speaking of you being a mouse is not a rabbit, and also this video was done before the Rabbit Folk UA came out, so that's why I'm going to use custom lineage in a second. I didn't have time to totally change the video, but I would have done custom lineage anyway because a mouse is not a rabbit. Anyway, back to the video. For race, I want this channel to have more halfling builds, and the Dungeon Master's Guide recommends using a halfling for a mouse folk. But that was before Tasha's Cauldron of Everything gave us custom lineage. Custom lineage lets you be anything. You could even be a halfling. You know how badly we want more halfling builds? Grab the Observant feat for +1 wisdom, +5 to your passive perception and investigation, and giving you the ability to read lips. Hot tip though, most of the people you're investigating are just saying their own name over and over again. Bump your dexterity with your 2 free points, take Arcana for your skill of choice, and build your own background for acrobatics and animal handling. That's sort of your natural Pokemon powers. We'll kick things off as a rogue. If you're going to multi-class with rogue later, always start with rogue so you get an extra skill. This will let you grab perception, insight, investigation, and persuasion to be the ultimate tiny detective. You get expertise with 2 of those skills. Insight and acrobatics will take care of both sides of your personality, the one that's inquisitive and the one that's back flippy. You also get sneak attack, letting you add a d6 of extra damage when you have advantage on the roll, or an ally within 5 feet giving you a helping hand. You have to be using a ranged or finesse weapon, so remember how I said I like my Pokemon to have weapons? Give Pikachu a switchblade.
Okay, I'm gonna get a knife.
We're gonna jump over to Monk now, giving us martial arts. Making your unarmed attack deal 1d4 plus your dexterity modifier, and you can make an unarmed attack as a bonus action after you make one with your attack action for a better combo game. Unfortunately, just because martial arts makes your unarmed attacks fit the definition of finesse, which is a weapon attack that can use strength or dexterity, that does not make them finesse weapons. It's one of my least favorite things in D&D. If you're the DM, just let it happen. It's kind of rad. You also get unarmored defense here, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor. A deerstalker hat isn't armor, and this will let you get some double team levels of evasion by the end of the build. Second level monks get key points they can use to do cool Pokemon stuff like Step of the Wind to let you dash or disengage as a bonus action with a doubled jump distance. This will help make up for your stinky strength score. Pikachu has the big hops. Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action, giving your enemies disadvantage on attacks against you and advantage on dexterity saving throws to handle a Charizard if you have to. You shouldn't though. That's like way out of your league. I don't care about type effectiveness. Charizard is way stronger than you. Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed attacks as a bonus action instead of 1, letting you take people out with your bare feet. Bare feet? Like it if you get the joke. That's a Smash combo reference. Shoutouts to eSam. You're also way faster thanks to unarmored movement, letting you run 10 feet faster when you're not wearing pants. It might give your enemies a peek at you, but you'll be far enough away that you don't need to get embarrassed. We're really here for the 3rd level of Monk, letting us scoop up a monastic tradition and become a dragon type. The Way of the Ascendant Dragon is great for taser rats thanks to Draconic Discipline, letting you turn your unarmed attacks into lightning damage or acid, cold fire, or poison, but focus on the lightning. You can also reroll a persuasion check or intimidation check once per day, probably persuasion. I don't think Ryan Reynolds is generally considered an intimidating guy. Also, Congrats to Ryan Reynolds for being our third performer in the Third Timers Club. Shoutouts to the big brains who can name the other two performers who have portrayed 3 of the characters I've made builds of. Anyway, you also get a bigger thunder type attack with Breath of the Dragon, creating a 20-foot cone or 90-foot line of dexterity saving throws that deal double your martial arts die in elemental damage to those that fail, half as much to those that succeed. You can use this an amount of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus for free, but you have to spend a key point after that if you want to have enough power points. Of course, all monks get to deflect missiles, letting you reduce damage from incoming ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level as a reaction. You can even throw it back with a key point if you drop the damage to 0. Isn't it super fun that Pikachu is too short to be hit by some of the projectiles in Smash? It is if you're playing Pikachu. Really quickly, let's talk about why we're using this for your elemental stuff instead of something like a sorcerer or a wizard. First, it stops you from being as much of a mad rat, which means multi-ability dependent. Rat. Detective type rogues really like their insight, so if we want to be a good detective and have dexterity as well, investing in a third stat for our lightning would just be too much. It also gives us unarmed fighting as well, and Pikachu's combo game in Smash is kinda nuts, but it also puts the lightning on a physical attack, and Volt Tackle is Pikachu's signature mood. Using the casting modifier would make it a special attack. Does that make sense? Storm Sorcerer is fine, it's just not as good for this build. 4th level monks get an ability score improvement. Let's get our dexterity up. First, you're a Pokemon before you're a detective. Actually, not really, but that's a spoiler for the movie. Whoops. You also get slow fall, letting you reduce falling damage by 5 times your monk level as a reaction. You think I would make this video without Balloon Pikachu? You fool. You coward. How dare you? 5th level monks get an extra attack, letting you attack twice with your action instead of once, and up to 4 times with a flurry of blows as your bonus action. You can also make one of those attacks a Thunderbolt. It's a really fun way to mix some lightning into your combo. This also lets you bump your monk die up to a d6 for more shocking shockers. Stunning Strike lets you force a Constitution saving throw on a creature you hit with a weapon attack, stunning them for a round if they fail for the true power of a Thunder Wave. But we're 6 levels in at this point and we have no detective skills. Shame on me. Bounce over to the 2nd level rogue for Cunning Action, letting you dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. All reasonable things when you're a mouse that runs as fast as a sports car. 3rd level rogues can get the true Inquisitive skills, especially if they choose to be an Inquisitive. This gives you an eye for detail so you can make an investigation or perception check as a bonus action. That will let you keep searching for clues, even if the world's most powerful Pokemon is trying to murder you. Ear of Deceit means that you can't roll lower than an 8 with an insight check. Even Mr. Mime couldn't lie to you. The real perk is Insightful Fighting, letting you make an insight check against a creature's deception check. If you succeed, you'll have sneak attack even if you don't have advantage on the rolls for a minute, helping you stab people with your Poke Switchblade. Oh, the Poke Poker. Your sneak attack also bumps up to 2d6 here for a Poke or Poker Poker. 4th level rogues get another ability score improvement, letting you cap off your dexterity modifier, which will also help your lightning since your unarmed attacks get charged with those cheeks. 5th level rogues get Uncanny Dodge, letting you cut incoming damage in half as a reaction as long as you can see the source. Hopefully this doesn't eviolate any of the rules of your tournament. Just kidding, don't run eviolate. Your speed is insane. Light Ball all day, every day. Not only is that a competitive Pokemon reference, it's a Little Cup reference. Y'all playing Little Cup? Y'all subbing for those Little Cup jokes? That was a test. Pikachu isn't legal in Little Cup. Sneak attack. Your sneak attack also bumps up to 3d6 here. 6th level rogues get expertise in 2 more skills. Perception and investigation are pretty dang good for someone who's busting cases left and right. We'll be hitting that Ezio level of passive perception because of this, if y'all remember that from February. To be fair, February feels like it was 4 years ago. 2021, going great. 7th level rogues get evasion, letting you take half damage from failed dex saves and no damage from successful ones. This pairs really well with patient defense and basically means the fire type moves will not be very effective against you. Your sneak attack bumps up to 46 as well. 8th level rogues get another ability score improvement or a feat. The mobile feat will make your feet more mobile, giving you 10 feet of movement speed. You can ignore difficult terrain while dashing, and creatures you try to attack can't make opportunity attacks against you, helping you get in and out, especially because you can dash with your bonus action. 9th level Inquisitive rogues get Steady Eye, giving you advantage on perception and investigation checks when you only move half your speed on your turn. That's advantage plus 13 with your perception and advantage plus 11 with your investigation, which will only get better as we keep raising our stats. And we're gonna do that soon. But for now, 5d6 sneak attack damage. 10th level rogues get another ability score improvement so we can get our wisdom up higher for harder to avoid thunderbolts and more accurate thunder waves with Stunning Strike and better insight. Remember when I said that we were gonna raise our stats at the 9th level? I was talking about this. 11th level rogues are great at taking advantage of that thanks to reliable talent. That means the lowest you can roll on skills you're proficient with is a 10, and you still get to add your modifiers. Effectively, your lowest acrobatics check is 25. Grappling you will be virtually impossible. And you can punish anyone trying to grab you with 6d6 sneak attack damage, Very nice. 12th level rogues can grab another ability score improvement, cap off your wisdom modifier for the sharpest eyes. Your eyes are like daggers that you could put into the eyes of your enemies for a sneak attack. That's how sharp they are. We'll round this off with some more monk levels, mostly for the key points to do more lightning stuff, but also because we don't really need anything else from rogue. The next acquisitive ability would let you see through illusions and shape changes, which specifically doesn't happen with Ditto. Spoiler again, you should watch the Detective Pikachu movie, it's a good time. Anyway, 6th level monks get key empowered strikes, making your unarmed attacks magical in terms of overcoming resistances. It's not actually all that important for dragon monks since they have crazy damage variety already, but who's gonna complain? The big buff here is Wings Unfurled, giving you wings when you use Step of the Wind, so you can enjoy a flying speed for that round. I know Pikachu doesn't have wings, but he has balloons. You can use those balloons an amount of times equal to your proficiency bonus for free, and spend another key point when you use Step of the Wind after that. Since you're using Step of the Wind to activate this is 110 feet of flying. That's some serious agility. 7th level monks unfortunately can't stack evasion with rogue. I'm not really sure how that would work, but they do get stillness of mind, letting you remove an effect of charming or frightening as an action. Pikachu is never afraid to fight a legendary Pokemon. What's a king to a god? What's a god to an anime mascot? Our capstone is the 8th level of monk for one last ability score improvement. Let's grab a little intelligence for better investigation checks. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you are super fast since we went with custom lineage instead of halfling. There's no speed penalty. You've got 55 base speed after unarmored defense and mobile, and can dart in and out to hit and run. You've also got some serious investigation skills with expertise in all the detective options, capped wisdom, and reliable talent, so you just sort of can't fail. Finally, dragon monks have that damage variety. Even just lightning and magical bludgeoning will help you with most resistances, but you do have more options if you're not as concerned with playing to character. Give Pikachu Ice Beam. For weaknesses, martial arts should be finesse. I know this is sort of is a hot dog a sandwich debate, but it would be so much more fun if martial arts was finesse. Technically, you got dagger proficiency. There's no reason you can't use a dagger, but you shouldn't have to. You're also a squishy little mouse with somewhere around 100 HP, meaning maybe you should have grabbed the toughie. Finally, your acrobatics can get you out of grapples, but your low strength score means you could get shoved around by bigger Pokemon. But size doesn't matter in a Pokemon battle. If it's a Pikachu versus a Wailord, I'm betting on the Pikachu every time. Come on, it's mystery time. You can help us solve the crime, and you can electrocute people. Just watch out for bulkier Pokemon, or you could end up getting grounded. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon for this sheet and a whole bunch more, and sub to Tulok and Mango to watch me play some Pokemon.